Okay, guys, Manchester United fans, faithful lovers of football, kindly gather here. We have series of discussion to do now. There's a report by United Stand saying that the reports are coming out from Spain that Manchester United might have also even put in a formal bid for Aurellier Tchouameni, the Real Madrid defensive midfielder. And first thing that comes to my head is will Tchouameni leave Real Madrid where he's an integral part of the team to come play for Manchester United at where we are right now. And then again, I'm looking at him. He's a French player. And there, I think that French players usually have that physicality to play in the midfield in the Premier League, first of all. And then again, I look at his abilities to win balls back, and actually his connection between the defense and the attack and how he knits it together. And I just feel like he has the physicality, he has the technicality to play in the Premier League. That is one side. Also, we're looking at a lot of people making a case for Sekukoni to be upgraded into the Manchester United first team, and I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. That is something I'm beginning to see more often with people talking about Sekukoni coming into the first team. They think he's ripe, they think he's good enough, they think he has the physicality, and also he has the awareness to play in the middle of the park for Manchester United. This player, Sekukoni, is in the academy for Manchester United, I think in the 21 under 21 academy, and a lot of people think that he is now good enough, confident enough to play in the Manchester United midfield. So Manchester United out there are looking at so many options in the middle of the park. But let us look at the players that are with Manchester United. First of all, Kobbie Mainoo. When we look at Kobbie Mainoo under Erik ten Hag, I thought that this player was actually very, very good. He was an integral part of Erik ten Hag's team, also very instrumental for England in the Euros. So when we look at Kobbie Mainoo making a case for himself, I think that it is justified because of the level of football he had played at a certain time. Now this is a new dispensation. This is Ruben Amorim's time, and I actually think that Ruben Amorim sees all of these players differently. He analyzes them differently, and it boils down to what he wants in the middle of the park and how he wants to play football coming out from the back. And I think that is the reason why he's preferring to play Bruno Fernandes ahead of Kobbie Mainoo in that position. But again, when we look at the age of Kobbie Mainoo, I think that he has a lot to learn with football. I think that he has to also deal with the pressure of playing for Manchester United, and also as a young guy who has broken into the ranks, he's already made names for himself, and he has to actually keep up to the level at which he has made that name. And that is why I understand the desperation from Kobbie Mainoo to wanting to play regular football. Yeah, I understand that. If you go back and watch some of Kobbie Mainoo's clips in the past, you understand that he's actually played very beautiful football playing for Manchester United first team. And whatever it is that Ruben Amorim wants out of Kobbie Mainoo, all I would say is this: no matter what happens here, the player is at an advantage because he is still young and he has a lot of learning to do. And all of this has to do with how he would now endure pressure and how he's going to manage his temperament, and everything is important for a player of that quality. Yes, Kobbie Mainoo is actually a very quality player. Then again, let us look at other players Manchester United is being rumored to be involved with. Sekukoni is a player that a lot of Manchester United fans think that he's ready to play in the Premier League. But then when you look at how Ruben Amorim is handling Kobbie Mainoo, who actually has broken into the first team, you would understand that I think that Ruben Amorim would be someone who wants to slowly and patiently build a player. I think he looks at building characters first before building this player on the field of play, which I think also is very, very important. I don't know what Ruben Amorim is telling Kobbie Mainoo, but what I know is that Kobbie Mainoo not ready to leave Manchester United. He wants to get football time. He wants to play. He wants to go on loan and all of that. And also, that brings me down to Sekou Kone, because when I look at Sekou Kone, his age and what he's doing, and look at Kobe Mainu and look at Ruben Amorim, I would think that he is just trying to build up these guys gradually. It's a lot of pressure playing for Manchester United. This guy, Sekou Kone, might look so good playing with his teammates, playing with his age mates until he's upgraded into playing Premier League football, and maybe he might not just live up to the expectations or what we've seen him do when he plays with his age mates. And this is something that every manager needs to be wary about. A player shows good signs, good qualities, and it is the prerogative of the manager to look at him, because so many times what we've seen is young players breaking through the ranks, and then after one season, 2 seasons, they disappear totally. The pressure is too much on them. They cannot cope. All of the things that they believed in starts falling like pack of cards, and then you see them not living up to their what is expected of them, and that is that is a very part of football development that a lot of coaches do not understand, and that is why I think that we build on the side of Ruben Amorim when it comes to Sekou Kone. He has to be gradual. He has to, and I noticed that the player also gets injured many of the time. So it's something that I think that Ruben Amorim wants to manage in Sekou Kone, also in Kobe Mainu. These two players, I know that they are going to be very instrumental players for Manchester United when they finally get their time to play, right? I think that they are going to be very instrumental for Manchester United. But at this point, what Ruben Amorim is looking at is not building talents. Actually, he wants to steady the ship, starts getting points, Manchester United playing well, then begin to integrate all of these other players into the team gradually, right? And it is very important. Then again, Manchester United is said to be out there looking interested in Aurelien Tchouameni. Yes, the French and Madrid midfielder is actually in the lips now of the Manchester United hierarchy. And I heard from what United Stand reported, I heard that they are actually in. Some dropped a bid, formal bid, I think around the excess of 70 million euros for Aurelien Tchouameni, and that makes me start thinking. We have too many players on our hands, on the cards to talk about now. We are talking about Adam Wharton. We are talking about Elliot Anderson. We are talking about Carlos Baleba. We're talking about Angelo Stiller. And now we have Aurelien Tchouameni. We have also the Hodgman in Sporting CP. So a lot of midfielders we are talking about. Also, like I said before, we have also been looking at triggering the release clause of Antoine Semenyo. Now, when you look at all of this, you know that the media might just be milking it, but then again, Manchester United is that team that you have to talk about. So, who do you think actually will make it? Let us look at Aurelien Tchouameni. I think that he's French player. I think he has the physicality to also play in the Premier League. He has that ability, and I think that if we are actually going for a player of that caliber, I think that it would make real good sense, because he's proper box to box midfielder. He has the strength, he has the drive ability, he makes his long range passes, short range passes. Also, he puts in tackles, win balls, and also have an eye for a goal. And that is actually what makes you a complete box-to-box striker, right? I'm sorry, box-to-box midfielder, right? And I think that Tchouameni ticks all of the boxes and, boxes. But then again, I'm looking at Premier League and how rigorous Premier League is. And I think that also Tchouameni might just be able to do it because he's French, and I think